We really got to work hard on getting Jack Welch to come out of his shell, huh? Amazing. Meanwhile, Canada not coming out of its shell on this. Canada now imposing visa bans for anyone coming from Ebola-stricken countries. In other words, if you are, good luck, you're not going to get into Canada. Democratic Congressman Emmanuel Cleaver says that's a mistake and only compounds the trouble. Congressman, very good to have you. Obviously, Canada feels differently. They're worried about this. They think it's escalating out of control and that we don't appreciate the gravity of this. You say what?
I'll say it is escalating in West Africa. Make no mistake, that disease, that deadly disease, Ebola, is wreaking havoc in West Africa. But look, we've got to make sense, and one of the ways to make sense is follow the advice of the medical profession, follow the science.
Yeah, but if you think about it, Congressman, the science has been all over the map. Remember, the CDC has been changing its guidelines. In fact, that's been actually mutating more than this virus. But so a lot of people don't really trust the CDC.
I agree with that, and what we've done, and I think it's been the elected officials, we've created a system in our country where people distrust just about anything connected with government. We don't have a Surgeon General. We need one. They have historically been America's physicians. They have been people in whom Americans place trust. We have a population of 300 million people in this country. We have less than 12 individuals who have had symptoms of Ebola. Now, I don't want it to go to 13 or 14 or any place else, but let's deal with the science and not make mistakes of blocking visas and then convincing a lot of Americans who would otherwise volunteer to go to West Africa to try to stop it. That's the best way to control Ebola.
Fair enough.
Is to keep it in West Africa.
Okay, we can agree or disagree on that, but I do want to switch gears, if you don't mind, sir, and talk about this passion concern among some Democrats. It's evidence, a story in today's New York Times, that some are doing some pre-election hand-wringing, that they weren't focused on economic issues too much, on wedge issues, women issues, and the like, and that they're not succeeding at getting enough African Americans out in this midterm. In some states they are, but not all. I remember watching you at the Democratic Convention. You really got them all marching to the tune that we can do this for America. I remember watching it and seeing it. For those who didn't, this is an example of how you got the troops jazzed.
It is our hope that instructs us to march on.
That was phenomenal. I mean, everyone stopped in their tracks. You were really great. And whether people agree or disagree, you were one of the few speakers there who just stopped everybody. But for some reason, the passion is gone. For some reason, the sniping and griping is on. And Democrats seem to have either lost their verve or nerve. Am I right?
Well, no, I think someone said earlier on your show, Neil, that in the sixth year of a presidency, there is going to be some loss of enthusiasm. I can remember George Bush's sixth year, and I had Republican colleagues who were becoming furious at things that were going on that were being orchestrated by the White House. I do think that everybody makes mistakes in terms of political strategy. Maybe any candidate who just harps exclusively on a wedge issue like the war on women or something has probably made a dumb move. I think that ought to be one factor in a series of issues that are brought up.
Okay.
And I think that the president, actually is in a situation where all of his predecessors have experienced. And it's not fun, I'm sure.
Yeah, that's probably an understatement. Emmanuel Cleaver, it's always a pleasure, sir. Thank you very, very much.
Good to talk with you.
Same here.